Hello there, and in this video we are going to be changing the headlights on my 2003 Volvo XC90. Now, I know what you're thinking. At least one of you who managed to suffer through my 45-minute long introduction video to this car might remember that I said, hey, it's got nice new headlights, that's something I'm not going to have to worry about. Well, when I had it MOT'd back in October, we discovered that they're actually left-hand drive ones, and that's because some dingbat's gone out on the internet, bought the cheapest ones that they could find, and yeah, basically they're the wrong ones. Now, I put out another video fairly recently where I changed them on my dad's, and the Valeo units, they're not cheap. They're about, I think, £270 each. In fact, they were more at the time of recording. And although we'd still got Dad's old headlights that we'd taken off his XC90, when I had another look at them, I just decided they were too far gone to be messing around with. So what I've done is I've bought a pair of used headlights, which I'm going to put on today. But I have actually looked out with them, and I'm going to show you them in a second and also explain what you can do when you're looking for a set of used headlights to get yourself the newest ones possible. And so here we are, here are the new headlights, and I think you'll agree they don't look half bad. They're not perfect. They are showing a few little scratches and marks on them, but I managed to get these for £200 combined, which is pretty good. Obviously, unlike the brand new Valeo units, they don't come with new bulbs, new harnesses, etc., etc. But I have looked out, and I've looked out by managing to get, if I just move my cup of hot brown out of the way, managing to get relatively new ones. So if I can find where the stickers are on them, hopefully you can see this. But basically, the most crucial thing there is it says right-hand drive. But on any used headlights that you see on eBay, you should see this little line there on the sticker. So 01H49 041221. And that basically means that that particular headlight was manufactured in 2021. So somebody's probably had an older car, maybe it's been involved in a bump or whatever, or perhaps like my dad, they wound up having to replace them and they've bought that unit. And if we check the other one that I've managed to pick up, on the other side, hopefully, he says, I'm hoping I'm getting all this on camera, otherwise I'll be including a mobile phone overlay for you. But that says 07/03/2022. So these are relatively young headlights, which is why I'm not going to have to do any messing about or polishing in order to get them working properly. So anyway, enough waffle. I'm shooting this POV just to make it different to the other video. I'm going to have a little bit more of my cup of hot brown, and then we'll get these fitted. Although actually, to be fair, first things first, I need to check whether or not this car is electrically alive, because when I checked it yesterday, it wasn't, hence why the battery charge is currently connected. Right, okay, let's see if this starts. Why that suddenly... Oh, it's pinged off again. I need to try and glue those back down. But it's not making any horrible buzzing noises this time. Okay, it's alive. So it does look like it was just a flat battery. Let's get this bonnet open. Yeah, I've still got a few MOT jobs left to do on this car, and I think, to be honest with you, oh, let's say, that's not good. Why is that doing that? I can't say as I've noticed that before. That's going to require some investigation. Anyway, what I was going to say was, I'm probably going to farm out having the suspension arms done, because we're getting into January, it's getting a bit cold and miserable. I'm not sure at this stage I want to mess about with it. I'm far more concerned now, having seen that puff of smoke, wondering where on earth that's coming from. It might just be that it's a bit of oil that's leaked down onto the exhaust manifold. I can't see any now. Interesting. I might just give it a quick rev and see if any smoke appears. So I have never seen it do that before. It's a little concerning. Interesting. Yeah, maybe that was just from bit of oil around the glow plugs or something. There is quite a lot of oil sitting around the injectors under here, which I need to look at and sort out. So I'm not going to whittle too much about that for now, but it just means there is yet another job to do to this car. Anyway, enough messing about. I'm going to knock the engine back off and we'll start getting these headlights sorted out. I think I can add new tailgate struts to my list, because I've walked backwards and forwards from the car a couple of times, and okay, admittedly I'm on a little bit of a step here, but I keep bashing my head and it looks like, yeah, the tailgate struts are weak and are failing, so that's another job to sort out. Incidentally, I'm thinking about retrofitting some electric ones back on there, partially to spite Sean, because the whole time Sean had it had manual struts which are very stiff, and I know he'd thought about doing it, so yeah. The caring, sharing version of me wants to put electronic tailgate struts back on that. The Volvo ones, by the way, are ludicrously expensive. They're about £600. I can't remember if that's each now or for the pair. But in any event, it's a lot of money for what is. It's a show-off feature, basically, having an electronic tailgate. These will probably just be some SGS struts or something, I would imagine. But yeah, they're definitely, that explains why I keep whacking myself on the head, so I want to get that done sooner rather than later. Right, let's get these headlights out. Okay, let's whip these out. Very, very simple system on these Volvos. Just 2 little tabs, and then just pull this forwards. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to reuse the existing wiring harness that's in there, because when we did my dad's, we had a load of drama with this little clip, which I don't want to mess about with and get involved with again. So I'm just going to, for now, pop these connectors off. And it's a cold and damp day. It's a cold and damp day, and I can already feel my fingers not cooperating. There we go, one connector out. Might have to go and put some gloves on, actually. Yeah, let me go and put some gloves on, because this is rapidly turning into an icky job. Sorry about that, just been and grabbed some gloves. I've got to say, I'm currently trying to use this with the GoPro Quick app to keep an eye on alignment and stuff. And using a GoPro with this app is one of the worst technology experiences I've had in my entire life. And I work in IT, and I tell you, the reliability of the connection between this and that is absolutely abysmal. Sorry about that, just had to reposition because I was getting slightly annoyed with my my cable. Right, so I'll take that one out. Right, I think I might need a screwdriver just to ping this one up. So this is the motor for the headlight levelling. Up you come. Try not to lose the spring in case I wind up needing that. Right, that should just pull forward and up. Right, I've just got this side light bulb down here. There we go. That's one headlight unit. Not fully extracted because I've still got one sitting there. There we go. Now we've got a headlight fully extracted. So yeah, this is the, I think it's a TYC one made in Taiwan. And I will include a little overlay if you can't see it, but I'm sure I looked at something on this, or there was an instruction that definitely said for left-hand drive traffic, so yeah. I might keep them in case I ever go to the continent, but then again I can just have visions now of having an argument with a French police officer about why I've not got beam deflectors on my car. Right, I'm just popping these plastic covers off because I have noticed I brought these from inside the house and I've got a tiny bit of moisture building up inside there, which is probably just due to the fact that it's come out of a warm house into a relatively cold, into a set of relatively cold conditions. Right, so I've got most of what I want on here, but like I say, I'm not going to mess about trying to unwire that plug because I think it's just going to go wrong. So I'm going to reuse the wiring connectors that I've got. That should have taken all this lot off before I brought it to the car. It might have made life a little bit easier. Come on. Just leave the newer loom there for a moment in case I need to pinch any bits off it. Okay, I'm going to swap that bulb over. So I was looking at it, I didn't like the look of it. It's just occurred to me I've not kept track of what bulbs came out of where, so hopefully it's going to be fairly self-explanatory as to what comes out. So there we go, that's in place. And then your shorter side marker bulb That's going to go in the straight ahead position there. Got our little headlight levelling motor clipped in, and our wiring plug. I've just noticed something on the inside of that headlight that doesn't look very factory. I don't know if you can see those little blue connectors. I don't think that's factory, so it looks like that's been diddled with at some point. Why is that not going in? Yeah, that'll be why, because I've got it the wrong way up. What else am I missing? I want my little metal clip. That's the downside of wearing gloves. I've traded warmth for a little bit of dexterity. Still, not too bad. In you go. Come on, in you go. You will go in, or they'll be swearing. There we go. We're in. We are secured. Right. Let's put those caps back on for the moment. So I probably will run it for a little while. And obviously I will want to make sure that all the lights work post having all this done. Is that a rubbed through? No, it's just a little mark there. And there's a little channel that you can just sit that in on the headlight itself. Don't get it confused with where you actually run the pegs through. You've got a little channel there that just that bit of cable sits in to stop it from getting bound up. It's not wanting to sit flat down there. What's the problem? What's the problem? Something's binding up and getting in the way. Something's definitely not right there. What's going on? Why is that not? It's all right there. There's something in that corner down there that's binding up and getting in the way. I'll just try. That better? Still doesn't seem very... So you've got to be careful, because unfortunately it is easy to break these, especially at the bottom. Yeah, that's where it's not quite sitting right. See, the last thing I want to do is break a brand new headlight. A new to me headlight. Right, bear with me a second. That's better. Yeah, it shouldn't be a fight to get it in. I think I just got the cables caught up ever so slightly. There we go. Yeah, that was a lot easier that time. So obviously I just got slightly bound up on a cable. Right, that one's done. Let's get the other one sorted. Okay, a bit quicker that time. That's that one released. Keep whacking my head on that tailgate. Hot brown is now cold brown. That's a disaster. Still got a little tag on that one. I'll leave that on there for fun. If anybody ever comes across it, they'll go, why has that got a tag on it? No, it's because some lazy bloke on the internet couldn't be bothered to remove it. Twist that into there. Huh, that one's still attached. They just cut that off and left it in the car. Yep, and another. Is this Tony creeping up on me? I thought it might be. Yeah, cheers mate. Have a good New Year's if I don't see you before. Right, so let's snap that in. There we go, that's on. Where's my little springy bit gone? There we go. Oh no, better not start humming that tune that's stuck in my head. All I'm going to say is Bruno Mars and another artist have got a lot to answer for at the moment. Slot that into there. It's all in. Right, Let's see if this goes in a little bit more cooperatively than the other side did. Oh, it's looking more promising. Now, you do see quite a few of these headlights used where the clips are broken, and it's because they're not the easiest thing to see. Good news is that's gone in nice and easy, and hopefully this one will go in nice and easy as well. Come on, in you go. We're at a stage now where I want cooperation. Ironically, that little bit of string I've left on might be making life harder for myself. No, I think I've got around it. Yeah, it's in, it's through, we're on. We have 2 connected headlights. I'm just going to check my camera in positioning now, and then we will fire it up and see whether or not they work. Look at the state of these gloves. Right, let's fire her back up and see if I can get another puff of smoke as well. Okay, step the lights on. We'll see whether or not we've got a full consortium of lights. We have headlights and we have side lights, so that's a good start. Let's see if we have main beam. And we do, although that's got a horrible blue bulb in that I don't like, so I'm going to have to swap those over at some point, but they are working. Indicators right. Yeah, that's working. Indicators left. Yeah, that's working. So I think I have got a couple of bulbs to get by the looks of things, because I've noticed that neither of the 2 outlying running lights are working on either side, so they're going to want swapping. I don't think, yeah, I may have 1 spare bulb with that other headlight, but not 2, but I'll have a quick look on the harness now and just see if I've got 2 that I'll be able to slot in there, I think. But yeah, otherwise, we are working. We have functional right-hand drive headlights. The only other thing I could do with doing is checking whether or not the headlight levelling motors are working, I suppose. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the sophistication of this channel literally knows no bounds. So I have a piece of wood held in place with 2 plant pots, and I'm now going to see whether or not I can see if the headlight level adjustment is working. We'll see if we can see it. There we go, that's coming up. And that's going down. It's coming up. And that's going down. Right, let's go and check the other side. My genius literally knows no bounds. Alright, don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but we'll try it anyway. Yeah, I can see that one's moving as well. Yeah, that's fine. And then, like I say, literally my genius knows no bounds at all. So yeah, I'm going to get a couple of different headlight bulbs, and then we're going to call that one done, I think. Okay, I've just had them back out again. Managed to swap the little side indicator, side repeater bulbs out of the other wiring harness that I'd got with the other headlights, so they're looking a bit better now. And I've also swapped out that stupid bright blue high beam bulb. If I just swap over to that for a second. That's better now, so they're just headlight bulbs of a normal colour. So yeah, I'm happy enough with that. Let's turn that off because I don't really want to be dazzling the neighbours, it's not very nice. And we'll set that back to side lights, I think, for now. So yeah, that's it for this one. Like I say, I am umming and ahhing about what to do in regards to the suspension arms. Obviously we're in January now, and I don't know how much I want to be rolling around underneath the car doing that repair, so there's a possibility I might farm that job out, but like I say, I'll keep everybody up to date on that one. But that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please do consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in a future video. Cheerio.